Rosalie, you're just sitting nonchalantly and reading a magazine?
What do you want her to do? You said we're not going to eat till Mama comes home.
But if she's not home at this hour, how can you sit and read a magazine?
I'm going to call Mrs. Carey and ask her maybe she knows his Molly stopped off someplace. She didn't even tell me peel the potatoes. If she's going to be late, she always says to me, peel me. I should prepare the potatoes for supper.
Call David.
I will. Yoo-hoo, Mrs. Carey. Yoo-hoo, Mrs. Carey.
Yes, Uncle David?
Perchance, perhaps you know where Mrs. Goldberg went and why?
I did see her going to the hospital this afternoon.
Hospital?
Hospital?
Well, I'm sure it was Molly.
Did you say why or what? Did something hurt her? Did she look pale?
I didn't stop to talk to her. I was in my car.
Was she alone?
Yes?
What hospital, Daisy?
The Haverville General Hospital on Magnolia Drive.
Thank you.
Hospital?
Why is everybody standing? Call the hospital.
Call the Haverville General on Magnolia Drive.
Well, don't stand. Call.
Please.
Don't please me at this moment.
Haverville General Hospital, please.
You'll have a wife and be married as long as I'm married. You'll see if you'll say, Pa, please.
Information, please.
Why information?
I'd like to know if there's a Mrs. Goldberg.
Mrs. Molly Goldberg. There's more than one Mrs. Goldberg.
Not in Haverville, Pa. Mrs. Molly Goldberg? No.
Well, tell her to check again.
Would you check again, please?
She didn't give her right name.
Maybe she went in on a nom de plume.
She didn't want to worry us. Here, give me, Sammy. Give me. Hello? This is Miss... Hello? 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 Sammy, you disconnected me. Here, call the hospital back again. I'm shaking like a leaf.
Jake.
Maybe she went to a double feature, and that's why she's late.
Your mother's not a double feature fan. You don't know your mother. To you, she's only a mother. Your mother's a person that you don't know.
Jake.
You remember, David, when Molly went to have an incision on an infected finger? Did she tell anybody? Did she tell us? Always protecting us.
Only once she did that? You remember, children, when Mama took gas and she didn't tell us until after the 4 extractions?
Hello?
Oh, give me, Sammy.
Just a moment, please.
Give me. Hello? Now, don't hang up on me and don't disconnect me. Just listen to me. I'm going to give you a description of my wife, and I want you to check and see... Hello? Oh. Well, maybe she registered with an assumed name. She's a beautiful woman. Brown eyes, brown hair.
Not short, not tall.
Huh? I beg your pardon? Oh, what was Mama wearing?
I didn't see her go out, Pa.
I saw her, Jake.
Hello, are you there? Hold on. Yes, David?
Well, she wore the dress that you brought home last week from the factory.
Can I remember the dresses I brought home?
Well, she wore a dusty pink with polka dots.
Dusty pink with polka dots.
And her flats with short heels.
Flat heels. Huh? Oh, a hat or not a hat?
A hat. Oh, she wore her pillbox.
Pillbox. Yes, and please, call me back and let me know, huh? The number is 4861. That's right, thank you. Oh, maybe a car. She never looks where she's going.
Pa, don't
What's
say
the
that.
matter with you people? I've never seen such hysteria. If Mrs. Carey saw her walk into the hospital, how could anything be wrong with her?
Never mind, Sammy. Get the car. We'll go and see for ourselves.
Rosalie, you stay here.
I will not, Uncle David.
Rosalie, you go and stay by Mrs. Carey
I
until...
will not, Pa, please. If you're going to the hospital, I'm going to the hospital. If there's something wrong with Mama, I want to be there.
Huh? The child is right, Jake. Who else would Molly want to see now if not the children?
Molly, where were you?
Where have you been?
style?
Why didn't you call, Mama?
Somebody saw you going into the hospital.
That's
What were
right.
you doing in the hospital?
Please, close your eyes and turn around.
A game you're playing now?
Please, turn
What
around.
is this?
Please.
Uh-huh.
You asked me a question, and I'm going to answer the question.
My heart is falling out. Your mother's playing games?
I'm not playing games, and I'm not playing hide and seek, and I'm not playing twisting the bottle. Now, turn around.
What's this?
I volunteered my services to the Haverville General. I'm a nurse's aide. Excuse me.
A nurse's aide?
Hello, Daisy.
Molly, what are you made up for?
Nurse's aide. And that's what you should be, too. Anybody that has one moment of leisure shouldn't. And I'm pointing at you, like the poster pointed at me. Haverville General needs you.
I'm perfectly willing to volunteer my services. Only Henry keeps telling me I'm too emotional.
And I'm not slightly emotional.
Slightly?
No, David? The woman on the poster had to point to my Molly.
My appendectomy is doing very, very nicely. At 2:45 p.m., the temperature was 99 at one point. And now I have to give room 37 a sponge. And I just have to look for the droll stories by Balzac for my ulcer in 44.
And you, Mrs. Carey?
I have alcohol rubs for 3 of the ward patients.
Have you any further instructions for us, Mary dear?
No, but I suggest that you stop pampering the patients. It isn't good for them, you know. They get into the habit of depending on you, and then it's very difficult for them to make the proper adjustment to their home environment. And besides, we don't have enough beds. There's a tremendous waiting list. Remember, this is a hospital, not a convalescent home.
You understand? We'll just talk to them.
That's it. I think that's your patient's light, Mrs. Goldberg.
Oh, yes, excuse me. That's my ulcer calling me in 44. During the time when knights courteously offered to each other both help and assistance in seeking their fortunes, it happened that in Sicily, comfortable here. Mr. Martin, you mustn't blame the accident on your roller skates. After all, my Rosalie is only 10, and when she went skating, she broke her arm. The only difference is that it'll take you a little longer to mend. That's all. Well, Daisy, how was your room 22?
Oh, I can't even talk about it. How's your number 42?
Oh, I don't ask. And mine 36? I don't know what'll happen when she's released from here.
Oh, if Henry's aunt wasn't coming, she could use my house to convalesce.
You mean it?
Certainly. Why not?
Well, if she can come to your house, why can't she convalesce in my house?
That's a wonderful idea. Well, would Mr. Goldberg think so?
Look, darling, in an emergency, you don't ask questions. You do what you must. That's the hypocritical oath. Jake, dear, David, darling, Rosalie, what my ears heard and what my eyes saw in this little week. 100 lives I lived in 1 week.
I lived through plenty also this past week. If I get any more order cancellations, I can close up my shop.
Jake, darling, as long as you're healthy. Only healthy, darling. When I saw the gallstones coming down from surgery...
My Solace Marilyn also has to have surgery. Tonsils.
David, darling, as long as she's healthy. Only healthy. I have a Mr. Martin in room 37. His legs are standing already for weeks. A tractor. Rosalie, put away the compact. Health is beauty, Rosalie. Only health. Oh, I have one patient I'm very concerned about. She shouldn't only develop a bilateral tonsillitis. What the hospitals need are more beds, so more people can be sick. So they can stay longer and convalesce with light heads. Jake, I'm so concerned about that patient. Don't let the cookers stand. Eat, darling. I must call the hospital. I got to see how my 37 is doing.
Rosalie, your mother could be a very good doctor. She don't let her patients out of her mind for 1 minute.
But she's not a doctor, David. And if you ask me, for me, it's getting too much. When I come home for my supper, I don't like to hear about gallbladders and respirations, or get a report on a thrombosis for dessert.
Yoo-hoo, Molly!
Have to answer my yoo-hoo. Excuse me. Yes, Daisy?
Mrs. Snowden in room 46 is leaving in the morning.
Oh, my, she is? I knew she was doing very nicely. I knew she was dangling.
So she asked me to say goodbye for her, and she was so sorry she couldn't get to see you before she left.
Oh, my. You realized what circumstances she's walking into? Daisy, dear, if she goes back to the only place that she can go, she'll be back on her back. What time did you say she's leaving?
Oh, around 9 or 10, I guess.
A.M., Very disturbed about that, Daisy, dear. Well, I'll send you in a piece of my kugel. It's delicious.
Oh, thank you, Molly.
You're welcome. David, darling, tomorrow you'll go to the super for me, please. I'll give you my shopping list. I have to go to the hospital in the morning, A.M.
I thought you have afternoon hours.
Not tomorrow, Jay. Tomorrow I have an emergency. Min, my dear, come right in, please. I hope you didn't use too much of your strength. Just remove yourself so you'll be very comfortable. So, now, that's wonderful. Now, just please come and sit down right here and take your feet off. That's right. And be most comfortable, relax, and feel very much to home. I'll just take your temperature just to be sure. See? Now, under your tongue, please, dearie. So. Now, I'll go upstairs, and I'll fix my guest room for your extreme comfort. All I want you to do is keep your mouth shut. And I'll have your luncheon nice and light with custard at the scheduled hour.
Hello?
Just keep the thermometer under your tongue and don't breathe.
Ralph?
Hello?
My pillows are foam, no allergy, with a feather.
How do you do?
Drink a little, prop you up.
What is this?
Jake, please, speak in a lower key and don't use your higher register. She needs quiet and she needs attention. Jake, darling, if we didn't have a guest room...
This is not a convalescent home, Molly.
Jake, darling, could I send her home to 7 grandchildren and a son-in-law that's not on the best speaking terms with her? She would have a relapse.
It's only for a few days, Jay.
I'll help Mama. Jake, darling, you wouldn't even know she's here. Jake?
I know, as long as you're healthy. All right, go. Remove the thermometer.
So. 37 degrees, centigrade.
What's that?
98.6 Fahrenheit. Normal. She's a widow, and the dry goods store likes her very much. But he buried already 2 wives. So if he would know she was sick, that would discourage him from matrimony. Jay, dear, he's a divorced man. Where can he go? Who'll take care of him? Who'll love him?
Put a shingle out. Convalescent home. At least we'll be in business.
Goodbye, Mrs. McIntosh. Goodbye. Be careful of your hyperacidity and your hypermobility. Goodbye. Ah, lovely woman. Lovely woman. Look, Jake. Look, darling, what she wrote on her picture. To my angel in the white cap.
Well, Mrs. Florence Nightingale, is this going to be the end?
Oh, Jake, darling, you were very sweet and very patient, for which I thank you very much, darling. Very much. But you know something? If Mr. Carey didn't have his aunt staying in their house, he would have done likewise. Look, David. Look, did you see this from my other patient? To the Goldbergs, with appreciation for postponing my trip to the other world.
Molly, do you realize this is the first time this month that our guest room is not occupied and hospitalized?
If it's the hospital, Molly?
Hello? Yes, Mr. Martin. Mine old patient from 87. Hello, how are you? How are you feeling? Yes? Uh-huh. Well, are you walking on 2 legs now? So how does it feel? Uh-huh. Wonderful. We roll very well. Yes. You have greetings from our whole family. Yeah? Oh, you're skating again. Now, look, be careful. Don't break another leg. Well, if you do, be assured it'll be my pleasure. Yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, Jake, dear. Ah, such appreciation. Such appreciation from the people. Jake, darling. You know what I feel like?
What?
Shouldn't say it. Do you see wings on my shoulders? Because I feel I could fly, Jake.
Do you know what I feel like?
Well, you don't have to tell me, Jake, darling, because I know. I only have one regret, Jake.
And what's that?
That I didn't devote myself sooner. Now I know. Now I know what it means when people say life can be beautiful. Thank you, Jake, darling. Thank you for helping me. Well, I'll go in the kitchen and make coffee. Who wants?
I want.
If Jake wants, I want.
So come in the kitchen if we all want.
All right. Come, David.
Well,
David. David, before it's too late, let's at least invite a relative to occupy the guest room before it's filled with another convalescent.
so who would you invite?
Anybody. Anybody, but not somebody that needs a hot water bottle, a thermometer, a special diet.
Cousin Muttle?
Mottle. Not Mottle. Please, not Mottle. If I meet him twice a year at the family circle, that's plenty for me.
Simon?
Simon. Not Simon. Please, not Simon. Our home is too humble for the millionaire of the family.
Harry, Max, Saul.
Well, how can they get away now? Why not my Uncle Sam?
Why not?
I'll send him a telegram this minute.
Water's boiling, Jake, dear.
Molly?
Yeah.
David and I were thinking, and don't say no because it's time we had a normal person around the house.
I'm inviting my Uncle Sam.
For when?
Immediately. And I mean immediately. So if you had a reservation for the guest room, cancel it.
Very well.
It'll be very nice to see a familiar face without a thermometer.
Daisy, dear, I want you to meet Mr. Goldberg's uncle when he arrives. So sorry I had to cancel one of my convalescent patients. They were going to come here to spend a day or two with me. You wouldn't have a room, perchance, would you, Daisy, dear?
Henry's aunt is still here, and I can't find out when she's leaving.
Oh, Master Brand.
Jake and Uncle Sam will be here soon, Molly.
All right, darling, I'm coming. So toodle-you, Daisy, dear, toodle-you.
Leo.
Rosa, darling, put down the book and take a pencil. I want you to make me out a shopping list. Yes, please. I have a pencil, Ma.
What are you going to have for supper, Molly? Potato pancakes, maybe?
No. Potato pancakes for Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam is already your age, you know?
A little older than my age. 4 years older at least.
Even 4 years. You shouldn't eat potato pancakes, not neither, David.
Why not?
Because when a person passes already the Middle Ages, they should cut down around their cholesterol content.
What do you want, Ma?
I'm thinking
Hot roast?
too fat. Much too fat. Bad for the metabolization. Rosa, darling, think of something with high proteins and carbohydrates.
Noodle pudding is what?
Not good. They're here already.
Here?
Hello, Molly.
Sam.
Hi.
Sam.
Hello, Davy. How are you?
They
Hello,
caught you
Rosie.
cold, Sam, dear.
Hello.
How is your son, the dentist?
Oh, fine, fine.
Are you?
You're over.
Fine,
Come and
thank you.
sit down, Sam,
Thank
dear.
you,
Come and
Molly,
sit
thanks.
down. How do you feel?
Oh, why? Don't I look well?
A little tired.
Oh, no. This is from the ride on the train.
So how are the grandchildren?
Oh, everybody is well.
Good.
Well,
Jake told me that you are a real nurse.
Well, I help out a little bit in the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go wash up. You want to wash up, Uncle Sam?
No. I'll sit a minute. I'll talk to Molly.
Fine. I'll put your bag in the guest room.
All right.
Do
thank
that,
you.
darling. And Rosalie, go up to the guest room. See, everything should be comfortable for Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, maybe you'll swallow a hot cup?
No, thank you, Molly. No.
Sam, tell Molly who's older, you or me?
I didn't bring my birth certificate.
Sam, physical age is more important than chronicle.
Well, my physical age is twice as old as I am. That I'm sure.
Don't you feel well?
Why don't I look well?
Did you have a checkup lately? Your hemoglobin. Take off the glasses, dear. Let me just see something with the hemoglobin. A little low.
Yeah.
Stick out your tongue, Sam. Huh? Mm-hmm. Pepper's very terrific.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See. Pepper's here. Put out your hands, Sam, dear.
My hands?
Yes, just put out your hands.
Yeah.
See, very deficient in calcium and potassium, I think. And your mineral metabolism is very off balance, Sam, dear.
Is it so bad?
Just stand up, darling. Let me see. I'll think I'll give you a
all right.
neurological. Please, just stretch out your hands.
My hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And close your eyes. And just put your index finger to your nose.
Uh-huh.
Please, now, right, left. Mm-hmm. Now, sit down, dear. Just sit down. Just sit down, dear.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to take your reflexes now. Put over 1 foot.
Yeah.
1 foot, very gentle. Now, just... Well, just lie down.
Lie down.
Yeah, don't concern yourself. Just lie down.
All right.
Sam, dear.
Yeah.
Just lie
Yeah.
down. Because if I find a positive Babinski, lie down, just relax.
Yeah. Tickles Molly.
Well,
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you write me that she's a professor? Well, Dave, now I can tell you. Your solid doctor told me to say.
Yeah?
Yeah. That a man at our age, even there's nothing wrong, should go every year to the hospital for a checkup.
That's what he said?
Yeah?
Haverhill General? Well, this is Nurse's Aide Goldberg speaking. I would like to have a bed for 48 hours. Huh? Not even one bed? Well, but listen, dear. Do you perchance have a convalescent that's on the verge of leaving? Well, I'll take a convalescent if you'll take an observation. Who? Uh-huh. Fine. Mrs. Collins, yes, of course. Very well, I'll be right there. Bye. Rosalie, I'm expecting a convalescent for 1 or 2 days. Mrs. Collins.
What convalescent? Who convalescent?
Another one?
And so I say to you, as the businessmen of Fair Haverhill, it is our responsibility to this our fair community to raise the funds we need. Now, we have parks, we have 3 new schools, we have a new theater, we have parking lots. But what is it, gentlemen, that our fair town does not have? I'll tell you. What Haverhill needs is a convalescent home. Yes, gentlemen, a convalescent home.